Hey y'all, it's me Alex. Today I'm going to do a video kind of inspired by the end of the decade 10-year challenge type thing that has gone all around the internet. Now, I've seen people do videos like these before, so I'm not going to claim to take the credit for this or anything. I even think I did a video kind of like this probably towards like the beginning of my YouTube channel, but basically I want to update my makeup from 10 years ago. So I am 23 now, I was 13 10 years ago. Little 13-year-old Alex, she was getting out of 8th grade and into 9th grade, so she was just starting as a freshman year in high school. She had black hair with blonde bangs, which was a look. She thought she was edgy because she wore eyeliner and listened to Green Day. In reality, she was on the honor roll and went to every church activity ever. I didn't know how to take like the proper makeup photos back then, so I don't really have a good picture of what my makeup really looked like. I think that 13-year-old Alex did have some good theories about like how to do makeup. Like, I watched a lot of What Not to Wear. I read a lot of Lucky magazine, so I knew a lot of generally what you were supposed to do with makeup. So my standard makeup routine for the majority of high school, I had this black single shadow from CoverGirl that had a little bit of shimmer in it, and I would put that in my crease with one of those little spongy makeup applicators, and then I collected some of those baked shadows from Hot Topic. Actually, when I was home over Thanksgiving, I tried to look for them. I couldn't find them, so I must have decluttered them and threw them away, which is probably good because I don't want to use 10-year-old shadows on my eyes. I had like this vivid purple one, an aqua one, a pink, I think I had a lime green at some point, and I would just like put that all over my lid, and then I would do like black eyeliner all around and mascara, this really matte foundation, and then like a frosty pink Rimmel lipstick because I wasn't allowed to wear black lipstick. And I wouldn't do any blush or highlight or anything like that because I wanted to look as dead as I thought my soul was back then, because I was edgy and random. So today I brought a whole bunch of my makeup over here because I think I know a bit more about makeup than 13-year-old Alex did, and I want to try recreating what I did back then, but with what I know now. So I've already done my brows, which is already a vast improvement on little Alex's look because she didn't do that. She never did brows, and my brows are naturally like this dirty blonde, and having that with like black hair, that was not a look, my friends. Well, it was a look, but it wasn't a good one. So I'm gonna go ahead and begin. I brought some palettes over. I have my ABH and Alyssa Edwards one, which is actually what has stained my eyes right now, because I feel like this has some good like purples and colors that I would have used back then. I also have my Menagerie Violet ink palette because I think that'll be good too. So we're just gonna see. I'm just gonna update my face because I feel like I need to have this homage to my 13-year-old self. So let me go ahead. I am priming my eyes. Did eyeshadow primer even exist back in 2009? I don't know. All I wanted was the colorful baked shadows. So we're just gonna like see. Now I'm thinking for my crease, I am gonna make sure that I can use the black eyeshadow in there, but that's not like gonna be the first thing I go into because I think I need a bit more. I think I need a bit more of a transition shade than what I did back then. So I am going to take Believe from the Alyssa Edwards palette, and yes, I have to say that like Jonathan Van Ness, and I'm just gonna take that on this little e.l.f. crease brush. $3, it's really nice. And I'm just going to pop that on in there and hope for the best. So I think this will be a nice deepen it up. I'm thinking using 3 hearts on my lid from the Menagerie palette. So I just want to use this as my transition shade so that it's not just like straight up black. I'm not actually opposed to using black eyeshadow. I know mostly people use that to just kind of deepen things up. I'm not opposed to just like putting a bunch of black eyeshadow all over my eyes because I don't think that's actually a bad look. It's just not a look for everyone. I like a good Bucky Barnes smoky eye upon occasion, but that's not something that everyone likes, I know. I'm just going to keep blending that out because I think the other thing that 13-year-old Alex did not do was blend things. The only time I started blending was when my Nana would tell me to, because she and I lived on the upper floor of our house, and on mornings when she would get up around the same time that I was getting ready for school, if my makeup was not blended properly, she would tell me to go back into the bathroom and blend it before she would say, okay, you're like ready to go to school. Quite frankly, I really appreciate my Nana's guidance on that because now I am a blending queen. At least in my opinion. I might not be, you might think I suck at this, but like I think I'm pretty great. And I think I'm gonna put a bit of that in my outer corner as well, just so I can get this purple look going. And I think that's actually something that I've really carried with me too. Like purple was my favorite color back then. It's my favorite color now. That's just like something that really hasn't changed. That I think has really been what really stuck with me through makeup, is realizing that for me personally, purple is just such a good and flattering makeup shade. Now I'm gonna go into Beast, this matte black shade, and I'm just gonna use that to kind of deepen everything up. I think this is already looking pretty deep, but I do want to actually have that contrast in there so it's not just all one tone of purple going in. So I'm just gonna begin by doing that a bit more. Now, when I was 13, I think beauty YouTube probably was beginning around then, but I didn't watch anything like that. I watched a lot of like Rhett and Link, but even that didn't like happen too terribly often because my parents, my like family's house is out in the middle of nowhere, and even to this day, the only internet we can get is like dial-up. And so we had dial-up for a bit back then for like a couple years, but then my mom, she works at a library, and she's kind of like, why would we do that when we could just like go to the library after you get off of school and like use better internet? I'm gonna go back in with more belief to just kind of blend that out. Because like the thing is, with dial-up internet, there really wasn't that much I could do. I could occasionally read things online, check my Facebook, but even on my Facebook, I could not go into my beloved Pieces of Flair or my fashion designer game or whatever, or play Farmville, which like I didn't play anyway, but the next town over from my family is called Farmville. And you know, I needed that opportunity in my life, so I just go to the library. So like that's a fun anecdote about my early teenagerhood, is that I didn't really take advantage of the internet too much, even though that was kind of what everyone else around me did. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Glitter base just so I can use the menagerie shade like I want to. Even when I got older, if I wanted to post a Facebook status update, or later when I got on Twitter, I would, instead of trying to go online and like update my status or whatever, I would text it to whatever mobile number that was. Did y'all ever do that? That was certainly a time, my friends. I'm not saying it was like good or bad, but like remember when we used to like text things to post them? That might have just been like a me thing. But now I'm gonna use 3 hearts. And even then, I couldn't text that much because, again, what went along with the lack of internet was also a lack of cell signal. So I couldn't even really do that as much as I thought I would, as much as everyone else. So just like going over to friends' houses would be us taking as much advantage of their internet as possible. So it was very much like an e-child, or at least I wanted to be. I'm also really loving this look, actually. I was kind of scared, but you know, I mean, who isn't scared of high school? Let's be honest. I always have dreams that I'm like back in high school, but the thing is, like, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of that black to blend this out now. But the weird thing about it is always like the bad part of the dream is that like I don't have any clothing that goes with a dress code. I theoretically do, but like Appomattox High School was not known for their gender inclusivity in their dress code. I think that is a very valid nightmare to have. I really like how this is turning out. Oh, this feels just so cute. I'm gonna blend out those edges because blending is important and not a skill I learned until much later when I had brushes. I will say that the one thing that I wasn't made fun of in school, because I was made fun of for many things, hello homosexuality, you know, that wasn't exactly the thing to make oneself popular, as being gay. But the one thing that even the mean girls complimented me on in school was always my makeup, because that was also kind of, now I'm gonna go in before I finish this part of my story. I'm just like reminiscing a lot, which is, I hope y'all appreciate that. I am going to go in with my NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil because I am very much over the idea of matte foundations because my skin looks so dry and so cakey. And I would wear like that CoverGirl Clean foundation and I would just apply it with my hands, and now I have a beauty blender. That feels so much better. But even like the mean girls in my school would compliment me on my makeup because they did really like it. Or at least that's what I'm gonna tell myself, because I know that there's also like the weird high school mean girl thing of like the backhanded compliments and whatever. That could also definitely be a thing, but I'm just gonna like believe in my soul that, you know, maybe for once someone was genuine to me. Don't feel bad for me, I turned out great. Like, look at me now, I'm talking to strangers on the internet. So that was like the thing, because I think kind of the main, I'm setting my under eyes, I think kind of the main beauty trend back then was the like Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse foundation, and like the doing eyeliner, black eyeliner, but only on the lower lash line. Was that a thing worldwide, or was that just in my weird small town high school? I'm now gonna take more of Believe and put that along my lower lash line, and then I'll put some black, and like it'll be cute and blend it out and it'll be super adorable. I like this a lot. Yeah, 13-year-old Alex was right when she thought purple eyeshadow was her best color, because it's true. Please don't come any closer. We're like having a snow day here, and this is the first peaceful snow day I have ever had at my school, because they're always like snow blowers and stuff and scraping out at like 2 a.m. I am taking advantage of this, and I hope that like me speaking it out loud isn't going to ruin it, because I've only heard someone blowing snow outside once. Miracles? I think so. Here is my eyeliner. I'm just gonna put some black liner in the lower waterline. That's something I would do in high school, is the black liner in the lower waterline, but I wouldn't put any eyeshadow on my lower lash line because I was just very afraid of that. But now I know what to do, because it works better when you have a brush instead of a sponge. I don't know, maybe I need to try those sponge applicators again. I remember like maybe there was a purpose in there somewhere. And I do want to pop a little something something in my inner corners. So I'm gonna take my and use this purple shade in the middle and just use that as my inner corner highlight. In case you didn't know, I don't support the Kathleen. So I am not going to actually say her name when I am using up her products in my videos. I'm also just going to take a bit of the matte white from the Alyssa Edwards palette and put that on my brow bone, because I think I deserve a cute little highlight up there, don't I? Oh, this eye look is so cute. Now, so that I can honor my 13-year-old self who would put the like eyeliner all over the top lash line, but like no wing, just like kind of stopped right there, I am going to do some wing liner so that I can maintain that. I think this looks good as it is, but I want to stay true to myself, so we're just gonna do this. NYX Epic Ink Liner, gonna do a wing. Okay, so now that I've stabbed myself in the eye with that liner, which I think is also very true to my 13-year-old self, I should put on some mascara, because that's important. I'm really feeling like there is some liquid eyeliner in my eye, so I'm just gonna pray about that, because I can't see it to fix it. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes. That was not something I did. Once I discovered like how to do that without harming oneself in college, my life was forever changed. I'm also not entirely sure if this eyeliner is even, but here we are. I'm gonna use my ColourPop BFF mascara. ColourPop wasn't even around back then. Can you believe like that there was ever like a beauty industry without ColourPop in it? I can't believe it. Like there was always the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara and like the little pink and green packaging that my friends would use. I think I used Rimmel mascara maybe. The Maybelline was like the #1 selling in the world or whatever, but like anytime a friend ever let me borrow her mascara, which that was a bad idea, like never borrow mascara from anyone, like that's just bad. That was always like clumpy and gross and messy. I feel like Maybelline mascaras in general were really messy. I don't know now because I went cruelty-free, but I just feel like that was a thing. Now I am gonna go ahead and do some face products, because even though I never did that back then, I definitely need like some shape and glow and dimension to my face, because I now see that as an integral part of my makeup routine. So I'm gonna go in with my Milani Baked Bronzer in 04 Glow, because I love that. I'm no longer a member of the Matte Skin Brigade or whatever. Like, God bless highlighters and glowy blushes and glowy bronzer. I just feel like this looks so much better on my face than just like having really dry, one-dimensional looking skin. Like, granted, back then I was going through puberty, so I was oily. But I still feel like that wasn't the greatest look in the world for me. Now I'm gonna use for my highlighter, which, when did highlight come around? I think that was probably around when I started doing YouTube, like 2015-ish. Maybe 2013 when I went to college. But the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter in Radiant Lines. This one's an oldie but a goodie. I love this one. This is my second one because my first one freaking shattered. And I feel like maybe highlight is one of those things that we might look back in a few years and say, oh, that was a bad idea. Kind of like I'm looking at my former eyeliner mistakes and my former skin mistakes. I say that they were mistakes, but I also think that they were really good. Like, it was good for its time. It doesn't serve the purposes that I need it to anymore. The makeup I needed at 13 is not the same as the makeup I needed at 23, much like many things in life, we grow and change. I'm gonna use this blush from Urban Decay called Rapture. This one has been discontinued, but I love it so very much. Like, I don't want to say that my makeup was bad back then, even though I definitely think it was. I think that makeup and our ability to do stuff just kind of grows and changes over time, and I really appreciate that. That is something that, like, I want to appreciate it for what it was, but also recognize it doesn't serve a purpose for me now. Deep Makeup Chats with Alex the Alchemist, hello. I used to use like a frosty pink lipstick, one of those little purple Rimmel tubes, and I don't do frosty lipsticks anymore. Heck, I don't even do pink lipsticks anymore, but I do want to kind of go with the amount of shine that I was like envisioning on my lips back then. And I'm going to go with this Fluid lip gloss in Spectrum in hopes that that might kind of replicate what I think I was going for back then. I don't even entirely know what I was going for back then, but you know. Okay, so this is my updated version of my makeup from 10 years ago, and I'm looking at myself in my little computer monitor, and I feel like this turned out super cute. I feel like this was kind of what I thought I looked like back then, perhaps. Just with the depth of the purple eyeshadow, even though I couldn't do wing liner, even though like I didn't have the makeup collection that I have now, I didn't have YouTube tutorials, I just had my Lucky magazine, my Nana, and my bare hands to do my makeup basically. But I think this turned out super cute, and I'm really proud of myself and my own growth. Please just let me finish this one video first. Thank you. But I am really proud of myself and of how like my makeup skills have grown, because I think that this look turned out pretty cute. And 13-year-old Alex, I would hope, would be proud of me, maybe slightly intimidated by me, but she was just very scared of everything in general, so the answer is probably yes to both. So anyway, if you want to do this challenge, I don't know if it's a challenge, if you want to do this video, I think it would be super fun to see what other people would do to kind of update their makeup from 10 years ago, so I think that would be super cute, super fun. I don't claim to own this idea or to have created it. I've definitely seen other people do this in the past, so this is not necessarily my idea, but I think it was fun, and I'd love to see other people do it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me, and I will see you on my next one. Hope you'll have a wonderful day. Bye!